Alright, what's up guys? I am so excited to be bringing you guys this video today. That video that I did about Zombie World did extremely well. There was so much amazing constructive criticism in the comment section, so much amazing discussion. But the part that I found really interesting was that some of you guys brought up different problems that the deck had. Not just the deck profile in general, but just the deck had, like Zombie World, as an archetype, some would say, or zombies as an archetype, like how they were lacking, for example, special summons. Some of you guys said inherent special summons, which I agree, it is a little difficult, but more so just special summons in general. It is difficult to just put a lot of bodies on board with this deck. Most of the time you will end on a Vampire Sucker and special summon a Doom King in the standby phase. And sometimes that is just not enough. So how can you special summon more monsters in this deck? And recently this card has come out. It's called number 29 Mannequin Cat. This card is, I just received it from my locals at Sneak Peek. Very, very interesting card. It doesn't actually come out till Friday, but again, it doesn't stop us from interacting and trying to come up with various strategies before the card is official. So basically, the effect of this card is that you can detach a material from this card to special summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard. And that is basically its first effect. Its second effect is when a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, so special summon in any way, you can summon a monster with the same type or attribute as that monster, either or, from your hand, deck, or graveyard. No level restriction, no restrictions whatsoever. It just has to be one of those two things, and you can summon it from basically anywhere. And when I read that, I was like, man, that is a broken effect, but too bad it's like locked into this, this paradigm where you have to summon within a certain archetype. It's good against certain matchups, but not all. It can be a problematic card, for example. It's not always great. But then I thought about it, I'm like, wait a second, Zombie World makes everything in both players' graveyards and in on both players' side of the field zombies. So I'm like, wait a second, I can summon basically any zombie out of my graveyard because everything in my graveyard is a zombie. I can summon anything out of my deck, like anything at all, any zombie ever printed, basically, as long as it meets the requirements. I can summon anything from my hand, deck, or graveyard. Like it literally just lets me summon anything. I can summon Doom King. I can summon a few others that I've been sort of looking up. I don't know what is best yet to special summon during your opponent's turn, but that is a very interesting effect because it gives you a free summon. Yeah, like I said, it gives you a free summon. So I'm like, that fixes a lot of problems. But how do we do this? How do we summon? How do we get level 2s in zombies? Because if you look at a basic zombie deck, hold on, skip those. Most zombies are actually like level 3s and level 1s and 4s. There aren't a lot of level 2s in zombies. First, when I looked it up, I was like, let me go over to the Yugioh database. It's one of the best resources provided for free by Konami. You can just basically look up any cards, look up specifications, and then search those cards based on those things. So one of the first cards I saw was Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague Spreader Zombie is a fantastic card. It was great in like 2012 for Chaos Dragons and various other decks and builds, Lights Warns. It was a great card, but the problem with Plague Spreader Zombie is that it is just a single card. So it is one level 2, but we need 2 level 2s. And it's not exactly consistent. Like, we can get in the graveyard and special summon it back for free, but it's not the most consistent card. But then I discovered this other card called Pain Painter. And I swear you cannot get this convenient. Pain Painter, I don't own it. I would show you, but it is actually a really hard card to find. I have it coming in the mail, but I want to get this deck profile as quickly as possible out to you guys. But Pain Painter, basically, we'll just replace it with Spirit Master here. Pain Painter basically allows you to target up to 2 monsters on your side of the field and make those monsters level 2. It is a zombie. It is always counted as Plague Spreader Zombie, and it lets you target up to 2 and make them zombie monsters. That is so convenient. First of all, I can't believe that is actually an effect. Because it perfectly works with Mannequin Cat, which also perfectly works with Zombie World. It's like, you can't make this stuff up. So it basically, that card by itself already fulfills those qualifications. So that is one route. The second route that I discovered was just a 2-card combo that I'll show you right now, which includes the Agent Venus and Zombie World. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Zombie World, we're going to normal summon the Venus. We're going to activate the effect of Venus to pay 500 life points to special summon a Mystic Shine Ball from our deck. Most opponents who aren't too bright will lash this. That is perfectly fine. This card is not once per turn, so we can just summon another one, and pay 500 and summon another one, and pay 500 and summon another one. And remember, they're all zombies on our side of the field. We will then take two of them, Agent Venus and Mystic Shine Ball, link them away to summon the Vampire Sucker, one of the better zombie link monsters. Then we're going to take the Mystic Shine Ball and the other Mystic Shine Ball and summon Mannequin Cat. At this point, we have a pretty decent plus here, but let's say your opponent tried to ash us, right? They tried to ash us, they have a monster in their graveyard, and we are going to, again, I don't have it on hand, but I do have Ash Blossom, just not nearby. Let's say this is Ash Blossom. We can activate either the effect of Vampire Sucker or the effect of Mannequin Cat to special summon this card out of the graveyard to their side of the field. This is an Ash Blossom. So you summon that, activates the effect of Vampire Sucker, allows you to draw a card, and then you can activate the effect of Mannequin Cat, and since a zombie was special summoned, because all things on both players' side of the field and graveyards are zombies, you can special summon any zombie from your deck, any zombie from the graveyard, or any zombie from the hand. Usually it'll be a Doom King, so you special summon a Doom King Balderok. And that, I think, is a pretty cool situation that we just did. I think that is pretty interesting. And don't forget, you can actually activate Mannequin Cat on your opponent's side of the field. I mean, during your opponent's turn also. So let's say it's their turn and they do some sort of inherent special summon. They special summon this. You can activate Mannequin Cat to special summon a Doom King Balderok from your deck directly to the field. Now the problem is I don't own Pain Painter yet. So we will do the rest of this deck profile on the computer. So let's get over there for the next portion of this video. All right, what's up, guys? We are now on the computer and we can look at this deck profile on here. Again, this is just a proof of concept. It is not the finalized product. As a matter of fact, I am passing this on. Hopefully there's someone a lot better out there than me that can make this work 10 times better than I have. But basically, this is what I've got so far. I've got, of course, the Mystical Shine Balls, 3 copies of Venus down here. I don't know why they separated when I clicked the sort feature. Playing one Doom King Balderok. I'm playing 2 copies of Nessie because we can only play 2. 3 copies of Mothman, which is very good in this deck, possibly even better than some of the others. 2 copies of Banshee, 3 copies of Mizuki. We've got 3 copies of Shiranui Solitaire because he starts up a lot of the combos with Unizombie. We're playing 3 copies, like I said, of Agent Venus, Unizombie, and then we play the other dangers that are limited to 2, which are Danger Tsuchinoko and Danger Jackalope. Then we play this, and this is the card I was talking about earlier, Pain Painter. I don't own this card, and why I have to do this on the computer. Basically, this card always is treated as Plague Spreader Zombie, and that comes up right here. So these two are, for example, 2 Plague Spreader Zombie exclusive Synchro monsters. This one is Plague Spreader Zombie plus 2 non-tuner monsters. Basically, zombie monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is, you know, like not useless, you know? It's pretty decent, considering the fact that your whole field is going to be zombies. But outside of that, and like I said, this card basically sets up, if you have 2 monsters on the field that are zombies, which you are going to have because of Zombie World, it's basically this plus any of those 2 monsters sets up for this. And it's a decent play, it's an option. Number 2, you have the Doom Kaiser Dragon, and it's again a Plague Spreader Zombie. It's a Plague Spreader exclusive Synchro, I should say. And this effect is basically when this card is special summon, you can target 1 zombie monster in your opponent's graveyard, because all monsters are going to be zombie monsters in your opponent's graveyard. And then you can special summon that target to your side of the field in attack position, but destroy it when it leaves the field, which isn't that serious, but you get to draw a card off of Vampire Sucker, which is really cool. Alright, so yeah, definitely cool. And like I said, it makes 2 monsters. It makes 2 monsters on the field level 2, up to 2, other than this card, and that makes summoning Mannequin Cat super easy. Then we've got the Glow Up Bulb, which again is another very useful card. Basically, it lets you summon out Balderrock very easily. I might bump up Balderrocks to 2 because I want to special summon them off of Mannequin Cat. And then we've got 3 Instant Fusion, 1 Reasoning, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Foolish Burial, and 3 Zombie World. And again, this is just a proof of concept. It is not the finalized deck. So if you have any constructive criticisms, if you have better lists, please post them down below. It would help a lot. Then we go to the extra deck. We have the Super Poly targets, which I should be maining Super Poly. I really should be maining Super Poly. I think the best decision would be to choose either the Pain Painter route or the Mystical Shine Ball route, and then build a deck based on that. Because without a doubt, Super Poly has to be in the zombie build. Like I said, this is just a proof of concept to try to innovate and change the deck in some meaningful way. So I don't main deck it in this particular build. But I do have the monsters here. We got Starving Venom, Predaplant, Dracospelia, Reaper of Nightmare, Mud Dragon, Thousand Eyes, Millennium Eyes for the instant fusion targets. All 4 of these are instant fusion targets. We've got the Beals, of course, the Psyframe, the Mannequin Cat. Again, very important. And I was looking up like some of the targets for Mannequin Cat, like what would be a good target to special summon off of Mannequin Cat. This is a very interesting card, Kasha. Because when you special summon this card, actually this card can't be special summoned. It has to be special summoned from your hand by controlling 2 or more zombie monsters. So it can't be special summoned off of this. So this goes into the pile of nonsense. But you can summon in Ill Blood, and this is an old Gemini monster. It came out in like 2007 in Tactical Evolution. It changed the way zombies were played. But basically, this card you have to normal summon before you can use its effect, but its effect is actually kind of broken. So you can summon this during your opponent's turn. It'll most likely survive because you have all these other interruptions, Super Poly, and the rest. But basically, you can target a zombie monster from either player's graveyard and special summon it, which is very, 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 very useful. Like I said, it changed the way zombies were played in 2007, but it's a little too slow for today's format. But because of Mannequin Cat being able to summon any zombie from your deck, you can summon something like Ill Blood, for example, and then, special summon zombies from other players' graveyards, which is really awesome. And then you have something like Heavy Knight of the Flame. Same thing. This is a Gemini monster, and its effect is basically at the start of the damage step. If this card attacks a special summon monster, you can banish that monster, which is really cool. It's not targeting removal for the deck, which the deck does not have a lot of. Secondly, beyond this is what I found so far. Honestly, I'm passing on the torch, guys. If you can find something better to special summon, please find something better to special summon. But that is with Mannequin Cat. Then we play the Borreload, the Vampire Sucker, the Almirage, and the Linkuriboh. Now let's go try to get a few combos, see how this deck works, see if we can, complete some of the things we set out to complete here. Alright guys, we're now in the replay portion. I am playing against, of course, a computer. I just like to play against the computers just for, again, proof of concept, not full deck. We open with a pretty decent hand here. We open Card Destruction. Honestly, Card Destruction, Dangers might as well be the exact same thing, to be 100% honest with you. But we're going to activate the effect of Tsuchinoko. We're going to end up special summoning and drawing a card. Activate the effect of Necrobanshee to get our zombie world. This is key. We have to do this because it turns all of our monsters into zombies. We're now going to special summon the Unizombie and activate its effect to send from deck and to increase a level by 1. No difference what level we increase, but we're going to be able to send Pain Painter to the graveyard because we already have Mizuki, or the Mizuki because we discarded the Pain Painter. If I am correct, we're going to activate the effect of Nessie. Why not? Put some more bodies on board. We get it discarded by the computer, and we get to add a Jackalope, which will we will special summon, or no, we'll get it discarded also. Jeez. And we're going to special summon the Mothman. Then we're going to activate the effect of Mizuki to special summon the Pain Painter. We now have 4 monsters on the field, and we can make our Link monster at this point by using the Tsuchinoko and the Mothman right there, because we want to save the Unizombie for a little while here, because we want to be able to use the glow up bulb in our hand. So we're going to activate another Mizuki, can special summon at this point literally anything. It doesn't even matter what level it really is, but we're summoning the Nessie because it's technically the biggest monster. We're going to activate the effect of Pain Painter, which is very interesting. We're going to make this a level 2. We're going to click cancel. So make sure just that turns into a level 2, and then we're going to special summon our Mannequin Cat, which is really, really cool. Still awesome just to see a Mannequin Cat just swallow up the Nessie and the other monster. Then we're going to activate the effect of Unizombie to increase its own level by 1, send Glow Bulb, and then summon a Doom King Balderok from our deck, which is really cool. And then we're going to activate the effect of Mannequin Cat to send the card, as you saw there, the Nessie, to the graveyard. And it's going to let us chain, but we're not going to chain the Balderok to banish anything. And then we're going to activate Mannequin Cat, targeting that. Right here, I should have clicked yes, because I think I missed the activation of Vampire Sucker, which was a mistake. But, I mean, again, this is just, we're just proving what we can do here. It's really just... it's just one big showcase, honestly. And then I'm just showing you can summon stuff out of the graveyard which aren't even zombies. I mean, they're technically zombies because of Zombie World, but you can basically summon anything out of the graveyard. We're going to summon the Nessie just to prove what we can do. We also have a Foolish. At this point, yeah, I'm just goofing around. I'm just kind of showing what the deck can do. Has a ton of interruptions. It actually built an overly explosive board, but that's basically it there. Alright guys, here we've got combo number 2. All you basically need for this combo is to get to Venus and Zombie World, and that's it. It's a 2-card simple combo. As you can see here, we've got all this various stuff. We activate Zombie World, and then we normal summon the Venus, activate the Venus to summon the of course, the Mystic Shine Ball. We're going to do it again. We're going to summon another Mystic Shine Ball. We're going to do it again. We're going to summon another Mystic Shine Ball. It's basically a +3, which is a really crazy card, and it throws zombies on the ground. Next, we're going to, of course, use the reasoning, and your opponent will never guess the right level because, I mean, they don't know what in the world you're playing. You're playing Zombie World and Mystical Shine Balls. They don't know what's going on. So we're going to make the Mannequin Cat here. And we can just extend our plays. This is already like a completed combo. I'm just extending just for, extending purposes. But we're going to summon the Unizombie here, most likely. Or never mind, I guess I screwed that one up. Guess I'm summoning that. And I'm going to make the Link Karibo and activate the effect of Glow Bulb. Special summon the Doom King Balderok. And I'm going to activate Monster Gate and Monster Gate it away so it activates in the standby phase, and I'm going to get a Unizombie, which is kind of crazy because I should have selected that card in the first place, and we can send yet more stuff. This is a earlier build that I was playing without any dangers and other cards, so we're going to just send the Mizuki just for setup, I guess, for later, or I could just activate it now. Yeah, like I said, this is over an existing replay, but you can see here, you can summon any of this stuff, activate the effect of the Vampire Sucker, draw a free card, which happens to be a perfect card, a Super Polymerization, which is an interruption. But yeah, this is just a proof of concept. As you can see, it builds a pretty decent board, and we have a Mannequin Cat to summon more monsters during our opponent's turn and give us free advantage. Just as you see here, we're playing against a really slower deck, so it's going to be a little bit annoying trying to set this up, but yeah, like I said, a little frustrating. We're going to activate Link Karibo, chain to our lone Link Karibo with Balderok, and then we're going to banish one monster, which is going to be their face-up monster. But yeah, as you can see there, we have various amount of things that we can do, and we could just OTK by just attacking directly. But that is it for this replay. Again, just a proof of concept.